Come home to the Colorado of your dreams. Sweeping views of Pikes Peak and the Front Range. A modern classic golf course designed by the acclaimed team of Bill Coore and Ben Crenshaw. Come home to family and friends, to a healthy and relaxed spirit. Here you have room to walk, to breathe, to live. The Colorado you have imagined does exist at Colorado Golf Club. Situated among the ponderosa pines of the historic Circle 2 Ranch, the rolling hillsides and meadows have long served as a refuge, a place where a family could establish its legacy. Just minutes from the world-class business and cultural centers of Denver, this land has always been a place of great passions. Burr Betts raised world-famous Arabian horses here. Witez II, a prize stallion whose lineage traced to the 16th century, resided here. Today, the land itself has yielded a club and a community that embodies this proud history. Come home to your vision for your family and your life. Come home to your Colorado. At Colorado Golf Club, the founders and partners share the vision of creating the finest possible golf experience. The heart of that experience is the extraordinary golf course designed by Bill Coore and Ben Crenshaw. With no housing encroaching on the course, Colorado Golf Club embodies the spirit as well as the strategies of the game.
It boils down to a philosophy of how you think golf should be presented. A golf course should be vastly interesting for all classes of golfers. The bottom line to us, wherever we build a golf course, wherever we are honored to build a golf course, is that people are enjoying the golf course. That's the bottom line.
Coore and Crenshaw designed the modern classic Sand Hills Golf Club in Nebraska, ranked by Golf Week magazine as the #1 modern course in America. Their courses at Friars Head on Long Island and Bandon Trails on the Oregon coast both debuted in the top 50 in the 2005 Golf magazine rankings. Coore and Crenshaw value playability, interest, and strategy in their golf courses, showcasing the natural beauty of their sites. These are the same principles that guided their work at Colorado Golf Club.
It looks like golf in its natural state. I mean, the first time that Ben and Dave Axel and all the guys and I came out here to start to walk around, you could just envision golf just as the land presented itself. So that's what we look for. The meadow afforded a different character, different type of situation for golf that we thought was very attractive. And so as we were down there, we laid the holes out. We had done very little work on them other than it had been staked out, and this winter happened to come out here. It had snowed, and then there were a couple of warm days thereafter. Most all the snow was gone, and we happened to walk up to where 7T is. There was the old ridge that went across the natural ridge, and there was snow, a bit of a snowbank that was still left there, yet to melt. Everything around it had melted, and it was so interesting the way the snow had melted. It just looked like a cross bunker. We literally went up there, and John Klinkerman took a paint gun and just marked it right around where the snow had melted, all the little ripples, and marked it, and then they came back and cut the bunker out right where the snow was.
On this gifted land, Coore and Crenshaw have created a journey that integrates the natural features and tests the golfer's mind as well as shot making.
My first visit to Colorado Golf Club was late one evening after a round at the International, and it was after a rainstorm, and the views were just incredible when we pulled up with the thunderstorms in the distance, and we saw most of the golf course before it got dark. And to see their creation, to see the views of the mountains, and my first impression was just one that this is a place that I want to play golf and I want to be a member of, and one that I know people will enjoy for years and years.
This golf course it starts out downhill, gradually down into the trees. It comes out of the trees into the open prairie land that are just beautiful holes. It comes back into the trees. It plays a little up and down throughout. If you look at all the par 3s, they all have different angles, they all have different characters, and they all have different lengths. And the same with the par 4s. They have some long ones, they have some short ones that you will reach sometime if the conditions are right, you're playing your best golf, that you might get on that green one time, and the next time it might be more challenging to you. What I've heard Ben Crenshaw and Bill Coore talk about is they want you to play their entire golf course. And what that means is we have a lot of wide fairways, but also off the fairway you go into rough, which will be 1.5 inches long, maybe a little shorter, maybe a little longer sometimes, then into the native grass. And when you get out into the native grass, we're going to manage the native grass that A, you'll be able to find your golf ball, and B, when you do find it, you'll be able to hit out of it. What's going to be fun about this golf course is, and what's going to be interesting about this golf course is, I think every day it'll play different. Every day you'll have a different angle to come in, a different situation. So theoretically, you're playing a different golf course every day. It's not going to play the same way over and over because we have so much room.
There's a lot of favorites. Number 3 is a very unusual hole. It was the hole that was discovered. And it's green that sits across the barranca on the second shot it's a pitch shot played from a kind of a sloping fairway, and it's a precise shot, but there's a lot of different ways to play it. 14 is just an excellent little short drive and pitch or drive.
I think what many of our members will remember most about a round at Colorado Golf Club is the finishing 4 holes. Traditional to a Coore Crenshaw design, they combine risk and reward in a way that will challenge any golfer. It starts here at the 15th hole, where you see is a par 5 with an opportunity to go for it in 2. If the golfer is successful and hits it across the water in front of the green, he has an excellent opportunity for birdie or eagle. However, looming right in front of this green is a great water hazard, which will make par very, very difficult. 16 brings another great scoring opportunity to the golfer. The Coore Crenshaw team has designed a choice from the tee box on this hole. Down through the middle of the fairway, you'll see a meandering stream. The golfer is forced to choose whether to hit a ball to the right of that water or to the left of the water. A shot to the right forces a great degree of accuracy, as the landing area is very slim. But if you're successful in executing that shot, you're rewarded with about a 185-yard shot to this par 5 hole. If not, you can turn to the left-hand side of the stream for a very broad landing area for your drive and the ability to lay up and play this as a true par 5. Again, Coore Crenshaw brings this great risk reward so that if you're down a stroke or you need to score, they've given you the opportunity to do this. However, try it and fail, and you bring 7 into play. After the great risk reward opportunities of 15 and 16, the player comes to the 17th hole. This classic par 3 presents the golfer with a new set of challenges. A downhill par 3 that you hit at Mount Evans in the background, to a green that is heavily protected by water in the front and sand in the back. A bottom left pin placement forces the player who needs a birdie to engage these hazards, yet once again, Coore Crenshaw has made it possible for you to bail out on the right and make a fairly easy par. Once again, choices. The 18th hole is the kind of hole I think that the great designers of the last century would have thought about in a finishing hole. It's the kind of golf hole that brings in the opportunity to make bogey, yet presents the opportunity to make birdie as well. In short, it's a great finishing hole. These final holes are classic Coore Crenshaw. Lots of opportunity, but lots of hazards. As Ben Crenshaw once said, it's your choice.
We try very hard to try to put yourself in the minds of the great classical designers. And what they did to us very well is they took a piece of property and you always, at the end of the day, you say to yourself, they got the very best that they could out of this property. There's one great line that Plato came out with. He said, the fairest things are done by nature and lesser by art. And hopefully people will go away and you know, they'll say the end result was lesser by man and more by nature.
Beyond the championship course, the club features a Coore Crenshaw short course and a practice and learning area designed to test and improve the members' games.
Believe me, that's the most fun golf that you can have, especially for a youth, and how you can grow the game. And it's fun for everybody.
There is more to a great golf club than a great golf course. With membership limited to 377, Members will enjoy an intimate and friendly club atmosphere that promises to evoke the very best of the game.
Our vision at Colorado Golf Club is to make this not just one of the finest clubs in Colorado, to make it one of the truly premier clubs in America. We believe that there are 4 things that make a great club. Number 1 is you have to have a world-class golf course, and we believe that Ben Crenshaw and Bill Coore did just that. And number 2 is to have a membership that understands what it's like to be a member of a truly great club. A membership that understands and appreciates the history and the tradition of the game. Number 3 is that we want to have a staff that delivers quality service. The 4th thing that makes a great club is building history and tradition, and we have a vision to accomplish this really in 3 ways. Number 1 is that we want to support amateur golf at all levels, including junior golf. Number 2 is that we want to be responsible citizens of the community and support community affairs. And number 3 is that we have a vision to host national and major championships and have a membership that's committed to this vision and this goal and wants to have this as a part of the history and the tradition of the club.